War Crime General.
Down.
Gotcha.
Okay. Again, the same impact and dive as the Yuzong does have. The Avatar of the Guardian does kind of give you that, you know. We go, Geek Fam against RRQ HOSHI, game number 3.
Let the battle commence for the last time today. For the last time in this match. Will RRQ HOSHI break the curse? Or will the Kingslayers still be the bane of RRQ HOSHI's existence?
Looking at the jungle matchup right here, Ling, a hero that's so versatile but so skill-based. We'll have to see how Sujin matches up to Vincent when it comes to the Assassin Showdown. When it comes to the macro plays, though, now, without the Moskov available, this Ling can go for a split push plays, and Skylar kind of bullies Masako a bit in the early game.
Voloisky already there. But they're looking for a dive. Just trying to assert his dominance in the lane, and Skylar does space out. The emblems though, Arashi.
Emblems by ending home, showing the weapon mastery for Skylar. He does attempt to scale up, whereas for Masako, even the Assassin emblem to match Skylar, but now more with the early game approach, but also a tenacity. Ooh, Skylar.
This is impressive. This is why Skylar's laning is respected by so many. And you can already see the kill pressure. First blood by Sujin. They're revitalized, but there's a big wall in his way. Voloisky now going to be ganked by all 4. Rins takes the kill. Sujin was actually struggling against that wall there.
He's trying to get the blades and get the reset, but it's all good still. And of course, that was an overextension, I think, from Masako. He did not expect the gank to come from that riverside.
Just fast moves coming in. That's the mobility of the Ling. While that's happening, though, Vincent has been farming up still, so not all is completely lost. But if they were trying to match the play on the other side, Edok now.
Chain CC. Edok still able to flick around, finding the right time. Pixel perfect.
He won't be available for the turtle fight though, but Rins and Dairon, they're trying to do something here.
Malloy is actually soloing there. Sutsujin, Rins forced to just back away. Voloisky knows that he got Sutsujin low earlier. Gonna try to go for it once again up top. Now Masako starting to win out. Voloisky ready with the taunt. Sutsujin actually dashing forward. There you go, just respecting it.
It's just being such a menace with the Gacha. He's taking up so much space, Arashi.
He can just take away so much attention. But I think what the issue is for Geek Fam here, even if Skylar is getting all the help and all the focus and priority, if they want to match that movement and try and get Veldora ahead, the Edith isn't as aggressive, and against the Phobius, it's so hard to go for a dive, man. With so many iframes coming in from the Infernal Pursuit, with all the crowd control tools available, I think that was one of the big powers that the Phobius can use to try and take away Prio. But Edok doing a great job screening Voloisky right here.
Skylar just having a good time. Veldora flickers.
Or Shadow. Even the Eternal Guard used up. Now Sutsujin might be looking for a play back again, but Veldora still has the Primal Wrath. Dairon just goes for the Infernal Pursuit. Geek Fam equalize the goal department. And Masako now is having a good time in the lane.
Good response coming in from Veldora to just flicker forward. And in the lane, it feels like Masako is struggling. But inherently, who would really win out that laning phase? You know, the Beatrix against the Bruno.
In theory, it should be the Bruno, but we saw Skylar somehow, some way finds the windows to really win it out. As Edok takes a lot of damage right here. Needs to keep that HP pull up because he is at risk. But look at Vincent on the Nolan, hasn't really been as crazy, as threatening. Once again, attention is on the top side of the map.
Yes, but Heptacy is ready. And the Menace Rage committed to get the gold buff over there by Skylar. So yeah, just throwing everything into you know, the kitchen sink to try to get himself ahead. That is always going to be the resource coming in. Veldora with the Earth Shatter does not connect. And now again, just reduce, reuse, recycle, the same thing again. Skylar under pressure.
Able to escape after the Meteor's Passion. Get more damage back onto Beloy. In a 2v1, he's actually won the trade. It does seem like it's going to be a 1v3. That's the taunt, that's everything at the kitchen sink thrown at Skylar. But Sutsujin does get something back on the other side of the map.
Traded straight for the turtle. Already expanding the flicker and the dash. Voloisky did a great job. He might have overstayed though.
Revitalized there, ready already. Masako gonna be caught by Wild Turtle, still has it purified. Some of the blades used up. Masako with a sliding tackle. Sutsujin will be traded 1-for-1. Vincent dealing with Edok as now he moves forward. Rins able to displace himself. Geek Fam, I think they come out on top in that trade.
I think they certainly did. The fact that Sutsujin traded 1-for-1 on top there, it's not ideal. Dyron is ill available to try and clear the mid lane though, so when it comes down to it, structure-wise, no real danger, but the purple buff immediately gets threatened. But look at Dyron, immediately making a wall with his body, blocking any advance coming in from Geek Fam.
Yeah, again, so much purple buff invade coming in from Geek Fam, trying to halt the movements of Sutsujin because he is going to really need the purple buff. And now for Masako, it's just a matter of surviving this lane. Skylar taken down already, trying to exert or take off that pressure in that gold lane because Masako has been struggling even with Beloyski babysitting him. But again, this time the backup from RRQ is so quick. They have so much response. Edok, and now the conceal. They might go for a dive as a boy backs them up.
Beloyski decides to jump first. Rins has actually just used the ult to just go on to Gatot for him. It wasn't able to utilize it completely there, and now he's back. No ultimate.
So when you swipe on that ulti, on the stolen Avatar of the Guardian, you immediately transform, so you have to use it. You can't let go and do anything else once you decided to commit. It's a weird interaction. I found out the hard way myself. Maybe that's what's happening, but ooh, Edok.
Still able to flicker out, but big flicker wasted already again. Oh, Sutsujin at the bottom side of the map, staying busy. Able to get a turret.
Yeah, at least they have the cross map plays. Back then it was the turtle being taken down, and now the turret they get. Beloyski might exert so much pressure.
Yeah, in front of pursuit now with the wall charge and a bit of rage. Everything used up onto Beloyski, but he's still going to be able to survive for a bit. Edok walking out to safety. Sutsujin, no purple buff, but he is on the turtle. Vincent getting gunned down by the meter's passion. Skylar being forced to respect. Edok already recalling. Nolan sticking to the purple buff, knows that Sutsujin will be forced to use the retry. He does secure it, but look at Vincent already on the purple buff. Takes it away.
Great move, trades all across the map. Turtle taken by RRQ, but a turret, as well as the purple buff taken by Geek Fam. Look at the gold difference margin, man. It's so small right here. Sutsujin goes for the Thunderbolt as well on top of a Berserker's Fury. It's a bit of a mix here. Good basic attack damage, but also some burst. Whereas for Skylar, BOD coming in soon, coming in there. Burst damage. For Beloyski earlier, he was able to survive for a bit longer, but as the game goes on, as Skylar gets items, a single Bandit's Rage can really just nuke him down.
Wow, great play by a boy. They're reading Rins like a book. Good wild charge to disengage. Rins stealing the Primal Wrath. Now Veldora doing the same thing with the Primal Wrath. Skylar finally getting a stack, a kill on that Sky Piercer. Vincent clearing the wave in the mid lane as Beloyski was able to distract them earlier. Both teams, again, just going back at it, resetting after getting that one pick.
So, like, paper-thin margins right here for both teams. Even the smallest of victories only result in like a single pickoff. It's a stark contrast to the previous games, but I guess, considering what's at stake, considering this is the last game that will decide the outcome of this match, it's almost to be expected. Looking at Edok now, right now Edok moving around, finding information, can't get anything done either.
Yeah, wild charge, of course, still stored in the bank, and the Guardian's Barrier always going to be a spacing tool for Edok. We talked about how RRQ, game number 1, they had that strong team fighting comp. This time, I feel like Geek Fam, they have so much pressure to just win out the skirmishes. And, you know, the small pickoffs, the small fights that they can possibly win out. And now for RRQ, what are the timers?
RRQ are probably waiting for more items for Skylar, and I think more specifically Sutsujin, and the front lines too. Right now, it's just so difficult to try and find fights because Edok, he has the ice, the dominance ice, but at the same time, no damage, no defense coming in for the damage coming in from a boy. Once he gets some more magical defense items, he can be a lot more reliably engaging for the team. But look at Rins, might be overstepping here.
Edok, Power of Nature, opening it up. Kyron jumping on the Masako now is going to be the rival. What charge from Edok! Masako going to be clipped in the news passion right there. And now Skylar's just free hitting in the back of Sutsujin with the assassination. Defiant Blades once again. Veldoro, the Primal Wrath defensively knocked up by the Tempest of Blades. Slain by Rins. And now Vincent is all left alone.
Oh, the momentary lull and the silence broken by the Kings of Kings as they set their sights on the Lord. They get it, and now it all turns their way.
Vincent getting caught, decides to go for it. Dyron just soaks it up, and Vincent is forced to run.
That might be a stroke of bad luck. It was a passive. The current passive of Phoveus allows him to knock up, has an empowered basic attack that knocks you up and stops you. I think Dyron wasn't targeting him. He was trying to hit the turret, but he actually stopped that play from Vincent instead. That's a huge swing in momentum. And Coach Yep said it best. You can play disciplined, you can play it slow, but you need to know when to break that silence. And RRQ has done it. With this Lord, you're gonna have so much more of an advantage, and they still have Sutsujin in order to make the cross-map play.
You know, the Lord marching, and up top is Sutsujin, of course, exerting that side lane pressure. 1v1 against Sutsujin, against Vincent up top. Gonna get the turret. The Lord still healthy and scot-free this time. Edok might look for a wild charge.
He does get the wild charge. They're able to escape. No, two-man Eternal Guard. And that's going to be a pick only onto Edok. Pelosi into the midst of it all. Able to find a ton onto Skylar, who's still able to flicker out to safety and a dash out. Meldora trying to go for the chase. Rins with the punish. That is two members punished. Sutsujin terrified. Still able to attempt to play his winner crown. Use up. Boy, ticking down. Rins gets the glowing wand prop.
Marksman in his name, and the snipe in his game. That is the Crown Prince. Skylar almost gets the one shot, but Rins finishes the job.
That was a combo play. A boy tried to bait it out, uses the Winter Crown, stands there to try and force Sutsujin to respond. But immediately Skylar lands the snipe, the glowing one from Rins. Barely finished before that fight, burns him down. A boy finally taken down there. What a swing again for RRQ. With 70 seconds to go though, GEEK Fam can still hold on, can still wait for the next big moment. You can never count them out when a boy and Beloyski are there to make the plays happen.
Oof. That was insane. How did Skylar, survive in such a long time frame? He was jumped in by Beloyski, and then there was a follow-up as well, but the flicker was there. He decided to just back off, but then there goes the Renner's apathy. And it was so good that it also helped take down a boy in that process in our RRQ. Coming up roses for them. It's just up to how they can close out this game. Again, side lane pressure, side lane pressure, side lane pressure.
The Will of Nature completed for Skylar as well. He did a great job there, flickering away from Beloyski, because if he just engaged and tried to take him out, that's going to be the passive stacks coming in for Beloyski to really shut him down almost immediately. A boy though with the Winter Crown, you see that the mid laners are actually not really that ahead when it comes to gold. A lot of funneling is happening here behind the scenes. And when it comes to the jungle though, Sutsujin definitely has an advantage. One more item to go. Whereas I think Vincent is 2 more items. He might be building on for a BOD.
Yeah, the Lord's pawn now. RRQ setting their sights again. GEEK Fam, they have to fight this. There's no way they will let this go without any loose ends. And Beloyski might pop the ultimate once more. They go towards him, and Sutsujin will work on the Lord.
Look at the chunk of damage already on Beloy. Has to regen. Vincent doesn't have the purple buff. Doesn't have time. Wild charge by Edok. Is it about to trade? Beloyski's going to be changed. CC, Meldora in the back line. Get into the armor with an Earth Shatter to combo together. Vincent finding the assassination on Skylar. Rin still on the Lord right now. Sutsujin goes on the battle against a boy with a Winter Crown, but Sutsujin wins out in the end. Now hunting for their prey. Dyron against Meldora. It is Dyron who wins it now with Infernal Pursuit. It's Rins who is godlike.
Oof. The Crown Prince has been slain, but Sutsujin is his knight. And now Vincent having to defend this throne. Will RRQ be able to close it out?
GEEK Fam has lived to dominate RRQ the last 2 years. The last king could not prevail against GEEK Fam. The Crown Prince shall now take the mantle. The Crown Prince shall now take the title. The Kingslayers no more to the king that is Rex Regum.